Okay, so we're out again tonight, and we're out. It's a beautiful night, clear. Unfortunately, it's almost too beautiful. Bluebird sky kind of thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to use a different lure tonight on the end, and it's a real experiment. The lure, we'll get up close to it. The lure is a Hydra, and it's a lure that a friend of mine was involved in a number of years ago. Don Meisner was involved in it. I got involved a little bit, so I have a supply of these. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try and see. It's in a rainbow trout color. I think I'm going to put that one out. I'm still going to use a cheater tonight, but I'm going to put it out behind the boat and just for kicks, see what happens. And again, I'm again on the 81-foot contour. Nothing really magical about that contour. It just happens that it's a depth that I've seen a fair number of fish on. Okay, so that's out. And again, because I like the cheater, I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to put the cheater out. And if you haven't seen this before, basically I'm putting a 3-foot sectional line with a needlefish lure on the end, and rainbow trout, or not rainbow trout, this is a brown trout color, and it goes directly on the line going from the downrigger. And the line, as it's being dragged through the water, bows a little bit, and so what happens is the cheater will slide down and stop about midway down. So I've got the downrigger down about 65 feet. The cheater is going to end up at about 30, 32 feet, something like that, and it should stop and just travel along at that depth. And then we'll put the other rods out. Other rods include a dipsy diver with a moose look wobbler, and that dipsy diver I'm going to let down and send that out at to about 150 feet out, which should drop that down to about 50 feet. So it means that I've got one bait traveling at about 60 to 65 feet, one at 50 feet, one at 35 feet. And I've got another dipsy diver that I'm going to put out momentarily that I'll put down about 25 feet. So I've got the depth's pretty well bracketed. It's pretty sunny tonight. I'm not overly expectant of catching fish. And then the last rod is going to go out with a small flasher. I kind of prefer small to large, although I'm sure that there are people out here that would much prefer the large flashers. I kind of like the smaller ones simply because they don't weigh so much and they don't provide so much drag in the water. The smaller ones still spin. And this one I'm going to back off. This one I've got angled, so I'm going to back this one off about 50 turns, which should put it out about 150 feet. So that one's out. Oh. Now why that one popped, I have no idea. It could be there's too much drag on it because it doesn't act like there's a fish. Oh, there is a fish. Wow. I barely got started. And it appears to be a lake trout. Ha! And it's not a lake trout. It's either rainbow or landlocked salmon, and it's actually on the Hydra. Go figure. Go figure. And it's a nice salmon, actually. So, whoa. There's the landlocked salmon. Nice fish. We'll put him back. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with catching that fish. That's kind of exciting. I kind of hope that luck with that lure continues. Maybe I could sell a bunch of them. Actually, I didn't really manage to get through all of my discussion. Is when I discovered that fish I sort of got interrupted with respect to what I was talking about, or what I intended to talk about. But so on the dipsy divers, the dipsy diver that I've got in the center is set to run straight, and based on the amount of line I have and the weight of the line and the speed I'm traveling at, it probably should be down about 50 feet. The one that's on the far left is set on the number 3 setting, so it goes out to the side to try and keep, whoops, I have another rod goes off with another fish. This one jumped like a rainbow, but it's not very big. Well, it's another landlocked salmon, and it's also on the Hydra. Okay, this is getting a little weird. Might not be big enough to keep. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not, but and he threw the hook, and we'll get him up, and we'll get him released right away. So that's a much smaller fish, but still a nice fish. So we'll get down here, and there he goes. I think I'm having so much fun with that I'm going to leave the cheater off this time. Oop, and there we go again. on the Hydra. I think the fish is off. Yep, I think he got off. Oh, here we go again. Yep. Oh, I think he got off again. Yep, he got off. Okay, we gotta sharpen these hooks just a little bit. Oh, here we go again. This is like astounding. This one's a little more active too. So we'll try it and see if we can't get this one up. This is pretty interesting. That's 5 fish on this same lure. Go figure. Hold that one up for the cameras. I'm going to keep that one too. I like salmon.